Have you ever wondered about the life-changing strategies from narcissistic abuse survivors? To understand how narcissistic abuse survivors take back their power, we've analyzed studies about trauma recovery and the impact of narcissistic abuse. And we discovered that these survivors exhibit an empowering range of behaviors. If you've been affected by narcissistic abuse or know someone who has, then this video is for you. We'll explore 6 different tactics on how survivors move beyond the trauma, rebuild their sense of self, and ultimately reclaim their lives. Plus, we'll share a bonus tip at the end that can help you identify healthy new relationships as you heal from narcissistic abuse. So let's start the conversation, starting from tactic number 1. Proving the misconception wrong. Imagine a flower pushing its way through a crack in the pavement. It might seem small and fragile, but it possesses an incredible strength to overcome the obstacle and reach the sunlight. Similarly, survivors of narcissistic abuse often exhibit a surprising resilience in the face of manipulation and control. You see, these survivors are often portrayed as passive victims, but this image overlooks the remarkable resilience they demonstrate throughout their healing journey. Interestingly, the fight, flight, or freeze response is a well-known physiological reaction to danger. In the context of narcissistic abuse, survivors may initially experience a freeze response, appearing passive due to the constant manipulation and control they endured. However, as they gain space and clarity away from the abuser, a delayed fight response can emerge. This is where survivors actively reclaim their power and begin the process of healing. Just because you endured a controlling relationship doesn't mean you're incapable of taking charge. The strength to rebuild your life is already within you. Start by acknowledging your own inner strength. Consider working with a counselor and/or journaling your experiences to identify moments where you demonstrated courage or perseverance. This self-reflection will empower you as you move forward. Tactic number 2. Rebuilding self-esteem. Narcissistic abuse can chip away at a person's self-esteem, like a sculptor relentlessly hammering a once beautiful statue. Survivors often lose sight of their own strengths and internalize the abuser's criticisms. But the good news is, self-esteem can be rebuilt, piece by piece. Imagine a sculptor meticulously crafting a beautiful statue, but then someone comes along and starts chipping away at the details, leaving the statue disfigured and incomplete. Narcissistic abuse acts similarly, eroding the positive self-image a person has built over time. The good news is, just like the sculptor can repair the damaged statue, survivors can rebuild their self-esteem. However, healing from narcissistic abuse is not about becoming someone new. It's about rediscovering the strong, worthy person you already are. The scars of the abuse may remain, but they don't define you. Focus on activities that bring you a sense of accomplishment. This could be anything from taking an art class to learning a new language. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the kindness and understanding you would show a loved one. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. These actions will gradually chip away at the negative self-belief instilled by the narcissist and pave the way for a more positive self-image. Tactic number 3. Empowered communication. Imagine a bird with clipped wings. It may yearn to fly, but without the ability to spread its wings, it remains grounded. In narcissistic relationships, the abuser often attempts to control communication, leaving survivors feeling voiceless. But the healing journey involves reclaiming your voice and communicating with power. Assertive communication is a cornerstone of healthy relationships. It allows us to express our needs, opinions, and boundaries clearly and respectfully. Survivors of narcissistic abuse may have difficulty asserting themselves due to years of being silenced or invalidated. However, by learning to set healthy boundaries and communicate assertively, they can prevent others from manipulating them again and build healthier relationships. You don't have to be afraid to speak your mind. Learning assertive communication empowers you to take control of your interactions and build healthy relationships with others. There are many resources available to help you develop your communication skills. Consider enrolling in a workshop, reading self-help books on assertiveness, or practicing with a trusted friend. Remember, assertive communication doesn't mean being aggressive. It's about expressing yourself confidently and respectfully. Tactic number 4. The power of support systems. Imagine a lone tree battling a fierce storm. It may be strong, but without the support of a healthy forest, it's more susceptible to being uprooted. Similarly, healing from narcissistic abuse requires a strong support system. Connecting with supportive people can provide emotional strength, validation, and valuable guidance. A supportive network of friends, family, therapists, or support groups can be a lifeline for survivors of narcissistic abuse. These relationships offer a safe space to share experiences, validate emotions, and celebrate victories. Additionally, a strong support system can help survivors challenge negative self-beliefs and hold them accountable for their healing journey. You don't have to heal in isolation. Connecting with supportive people can be a powerful tool in your recovery journey. Reach out to friends, family members, or therapists who you trust and can offer emotional support. Consider joining a support group for survivors of narcissistic abuse. There are many online and in-person groups available. Building a strong support system takes time and effort, but the benefits are immeasurable. You'll find strength and hope in knowing you're not alone on this journey. Tactic number 5. Healing through forgiveness. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks, each representing a grudge or resentment. These burdens weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. Forgiveness in the context of narcissistic abuse isn't just about condoning the abuser's actions, it's about releasing the emotional baggage they placed upon you. Holding onto anger and resentment towards the narcissist can be a natural response to the abuse you endured. However, clinging to these negative emotions can hinder your own healing. Forgiveness is a process, not a destination. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or absolving the abuser of their actions. Instead, it's about releasing the emotional grip they have on you and choosing to move forward with a lighter heart. Forgiving your abuser doesn't mean forgetting the abuse. It's about acknowledging the pain and choosing to heal. Letting go of negativity empowers you to focus on your own well-being and build a brighter future. Forgiveness is a personal process that unfolds at its own pace. Be kind to yourself and don't rush the journey. Consider journaling your feelings and practicing meditation to help you release negative emotions. Remember, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not to the abuser. Tactic number 6. Channeling anger into action. Imagine a raging river, destructive if left unchecked, but with proper channeling, it can become a powerful source of energy. Similarly, the anger you may feel after narcissistic abuse can be a powerful force for positive change. By channeling this anger into action, you can transform it into a tool for healing and growth. Anger is a natural human emotion. It can be a signal that something needs to change. However, dwelling on anger can be counterproductive. Instead, survivors of narcissistic abuse can learn to use their anger as fuel for positive action. This action can take many forms, such as creating art or music that expresses their emotions, advocating for awareness of narcissistic abuse, or pursuing personal goals they may have neglected during the abusive relationship. Your anger is a valid emotion. Don't ignore it, but don't let it control you either. Find healthy ways to express your anger and use it to propel you forward on your healing journey. Identify activities that help you release your anger in a healthy way. This could be exercise, journaling, creative expression, or talking to a therapist. Once you've identified these outlets, use them regularly to channel your anger into positive action. Remember, anger can be a powerful tool, but it's up to you to choose how to use it. Now, how do you make sure to avoid being associated with narcissists in your new and upcoming relationships? As promised, here's a helpful tip how. It's all about identifying early red flags in new relationships. Imagine a path shrouded in fog, making it difficult to see potential dangers ahead. Survivors of narcissistic abuse often enter new relationships with a heightened awareness of red flags. Understanding these warning signs can empower them to choose healthy partners and avoid repeating past experiences. The experience of narcissistic abuse can equip survivors with a sharper eye for manipulative behaviors. Red flags might include excessive possessiveness, jealousy, attempts to control finances or social interactions, or a lack of empathy. By recognizing these signs early on, survivors can avoid getting entangled in another unhealthy dynamic. Your past experiences can be valuable tools for navigating future relationships. Trust your gut and be wary of behaviors that mirror past abuse. Educate yourself on the common red flags of narcissistic abuse. Pay attention to how potential partners treat you and make you feel. Remember, a healthy relationship should be built on respect, trust, and mutual support. By prioritizing these qualities, you'll be well on your way to finding a healthy and lasting relationship. If you want to learn more about finding healthy relationships, be sure to check out YouTube's recommended video from our channel to delve into keys to having healthy relationships at The Power of You. See you there.